Welcome to another daily devotion. It's good to have you with us. Last week I came to you from a water tower on the top of a mountain in Rochester, New Hampshire. And today I'm here again. I just kind of got wrapped up in the moment here. It's just so beautiful to just sit here, let the wind kind of blow through everything. And I'm looking at my Bible app. And for those of you that have been reading the Bible app, let me put this here so that the wind doesn't blow over my camera. But if you've been reading the Bible app, you know that we're in Proverbs now. From our annual reading here, our day-to-day reading through the year, Bible in a year. And I opened up my app, and today I'm stuck on John 1. Like, I couldn't get my app to move outside of John 1. So I just started reading it. And it says this: God sent a man, John the Baptist, to tell about the light so that everyone might believe because of his testimony. John himself was not the light. He was simply a witness to tell about the light. The one who is the true light, who gives light to everyone, was coming into the world. He came into the very world he created, but the world didn't recognize him. He came to his own people, and even they rejected him. But to all who believed him and accepted him, he gave the right to become children of God. They are reborn, not with a physical birth resulting from human passion or plan, but a birth that comes from God. And it goes on and on from there, but the verse that kind of just hit me was that John himself was not the light. He was simply a witness to tell about the light. And that is exactly who we are. We are literally Johns all over the world, here to tell about the light that is Jesus. And I quote this often, but I'll say it again. You know, we're supposed to tell, we're commissioned to tell about the light, right? We're commissioned to, as followers of Jesus, to be representatives of the light. And sometimes we have to use words, right? That old St. Francis of Assisi quote, preach the Bible and sometimes use words, but maybe it's just our life that preaches and teaches about who God is in our lives. And I don't know, it just kind of hit me this morning reading through this. John himself was not the light. He was simply a witness to tell about the light. And the light is coming, right? The light is here with us. Jesus is here. And I'm not quite sure how deep I wanted to go here, but this just really hit me because we live these lives of, getting caught up in our emotions, getting caught up in our agendas, who we are as people. And yet, sometimes we need to look at who we are as followers of Jesus. Letting his light somehow shine through our actions, whether it be at your job, or whether it be with your family, with your friends, all of these places. Like, there's a place for Jesus in all of it. And I know it's a little easier for me because, I'm a full-time dude who talks about Jesus all the time, but at the end of the day, I think what I'm trying to do is what we are trying to do as a community is build a community that's representing Jesus, and building a community that continually just shines his light everywhere we go. And what I do and how I do it is just creating opportunity for people to do that through devotions, through the videos, through photos, through all this stuff. It's just been amazing. So I don't know, it just hit me today that this light, we sometimes forget, oh yeah, we're here to kind of be Jesus in the world and be the me that God made us to be. And that me is somebody who shines the light of Jesus. I just came off of that tower and I was thinking about that devotion and about how John is the light and being the light. And I wanted to add a little bit in the middle here, because there are times when we don't want to be the light. It's I guess our human nature, where we're just like, maybe today I just want to take a step back and I don't know, I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to say here, but maybe today I just want to step back and do I have to do this all the time? Maybe that's the way to put it. And yeah, I think the answer is yes, but also there's certainly burnout that can come. There's certainly some times where we're just like, I just want to sit at home and hang on the couch and watch TV, and that is totally cool. I think part of what I was chatting about and getting at in the midst of all of this was John was the light, and we are to be the light. And again, I think it can be just our actions, our words, the way we handle situations. There's all these different ways that we can be the light of Jesus. So maybe the idea here is not to get hung up on the continual focus of it all, but to get to a point where, and Paul says this, he's like, hey, pray without ceasing. And where you get to the point where you're just like, oh yeah, my life is the prayer. Oh yeah, my life is the example. My life is the example of Jesus. And that's how I'm being the light. So we've built all these incredible things, people have written books and videos and all this stuff, but at the end of the day it just comes down to the Bible, and it just comes down to being in His Word and studying and meditating on Scripture so that our lives can absorb and soak up all that book says. And then we can then let all of that come out of us as we live our lives. So don't get hung up on the everyday of it all. Because if you're following Jesus, the everyday of it all is going to be every day. It's going to be easy. Easy. Maybe that's the wrong word. A life and a walk with Jesus isn't easy, but it'll be easy to be an example of Him because you're absorbed in all that He has for us. So anyway, I wanted to add that little caveat. I'll jump back up to the water tower now, but I just thought it was an important point to make sure that we don't get so wrapped up in all of it that we're constantly that's not it. It's just letting Jesus work through our lives and letting Him be the peace and the hope in our lives so that we can bring it to other people's lives. It's such an important point. So, let me read this again. John himself was not the light. He was simply a witness to tell about the light. The one who is the true light, who gives light to everyone, was coming into the world. And it's funny because people didn't recognize him. And you may go around through your day and people may not recognize the Jesus in you, but they may see love and hope and compassion in all of this. And that's Jesus. That's him just speaking to us and speaking through us to other people. So never let those kind acts of compassion and love fall to the wayside. Like, that is a true representation of who Jesus is in our lives. So that's kind of where I was at this morning with this. I love the book of John. I mean, I know we're walking through the book of Matthew right now, but we probably will get to John pretty soon. And there's a lot in there. So let Jesus shine in your life today. Okay, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you on the next one.